Alrighty then. Okay, so today we are going to do some comparing and contrasting. So I know we did this last year, but of course we're going to continue to do this. So as you see, we have this diagram here. Can you remember what this diagram is called?
It's Tada. Two-side?
Two-side? It's called a Venn diagram. Can you say Venn diagram?
Venn diagram.
Venn diagram. Great job. So we have two circles, right?
Yeah, and one says Robinta Hood and the visible Robin Hood.
Right. Great job. So we have one that we have Robinita Hood and Robin Hood. So one circle, what circle does this represent here? This circle? Robinita Hood. And this circle represents what?
Robin Hood.
Right. And so what does this middle portion represent?
This on the same part, on the same things that they have in common.
Right. Things that they have in common. So it does sound like you remember it. So today we're going to be going over the fairy tales. I guess I should have had more of an introduction. we're gonna already told you about it, but we can talk about it for the camera. So we're gonna do a fairy tale. We're gonna do a fairy tale Venn diagram. So I'm gonna have you do Robin Hood, okay? And you're gonna take notes in this section about Robin Hood. If you want, you can turn it this way so you can write on the lines, okay? If you want to. Do you want to have it turned that way?
No.
Okay. Well, then just make sure you write small enough. At least have 3 points. At least have 3 in here. Okay. So you're gonna write. Take notes about the movie that you watch when it talks about Robin Hood, and then we're gonna.
Is it a movie?
Yeah. Well, it's like a story. It's a story. It's basically. It's not really a movie. It's just a video story. And then you're gonna take notes on Robinita Hood. Okay, and then after you get done watching both of these, you're going to fill out this middle section, which is going to show the similarities. So we have our differences. You're going to take lots of notes here about Robin Hood, lots of notes about Robinita Hood, and then you might find that there's something similar that you can even put here. Okay, but these are going to have our differences, and these are going to have our similarities. Okay, so first we're going to do Robin Hood. And I want you, like I said, I want you to take lots of notes. Okay?
Join Kids Hat family. Hey Tofu, do you want to come with me? I just saw my piggy bank has enough money to buy new books and toys for the children at the orphanage. You can help me buy and distribute the goodies. You are going to give away all your savings to other children? How can you do that? Don't you want to buy something for yourself? Tofu? We can't always think of ourselves. Sometimes we have to help those who do not have the same means as us. Let me tell you a story of kindness. This is a story from a long time ago in Nottingham, England, when Prince Richard ruled the country.
Now, good notes to take. When you're taking notes, you want to talk about the places in which they're at. Okay. So where did they say that this story is taking place?
Birmingham.
Nottingham. You can always go back. We can go back a little bit. But that will help you take good notes if you're talking about the person, places, and things, and you want to include the story. Okay? Did you see the word?
Yeah.
Okay. Robin Hood lives in Nottingham. That's great. Okay. And so let me actually, before you continue, that will help you have a good marker. Let me actually just scoot on that. So these are some good things. I know we do the this type of worksheet all the time. This is a good thing to include. So we already have the titles here, so you don't have to worry about the titles, and you don't have to worry about the author, okay? But you can involve the characters that are in the story. Those are some good note takings. The setting, and we already showed that the setting here is in Nottingham, okay? And then you can write the beginning, middle, and end. So those are some things you want to include in your note taking, okay? That will help you remember what happened in the story that we are learning about, okay? Okay. All right, so ready to continue?
Yes.
All right.
From a long, long time ago in Nottingham, England, when Prince Richard ruled the country. His younger brother, Prince John, was a wicked prince who took care of the state while the king was away for wars. Prince John was unkind to common people of Nottingham and had no consideration for the poor.
Okay, are you writing the characters? What are some characters that are in the story, and how are those characters acting, okay? Feel free to hit the space bar if you want to take a pause to take some notes, okay? Okay. You don't just need 3. I prefer you to have more than 3, okay?
Okay.
All right. That way you can remember it, because you're going to watch a whole different story, and you want to be able to remember everything you can from this one. Okay?
Yeah, I just don't know what are the things to write here.
Okay, anything that you learned about the story. So what's happening? This is the beginning part. The good thing to write is the beginning. So what's happening so far in the story?
So there was a teen and with the brother.
Those are some characters. Okay, so those are some good things to write. Okay, and did you want to tell more about this king and wicked brother and what they were doing? Do you remember? Yeah, you can always go back a little.
And the teen.
So Nottingham is in England. Just a little note, that's what we'll learn about later, but go ahead. What you can do is you can hit play and then stop it whenever you need to, okay?
His younger brother, Prince John, was a wicked prince. Who took care of the state while the king was away for wars. Prince John was unkind to common people of
I wouldn't write it word for word. You wanna try to, you know, paraphrase, meaning that you just kind of want to just take brief notes. So you can say that instead of saying exactly what this is, Prince John was unkind to common people of Nottingham. How is some way you can summarize that? So you can put what?
Okay.
I see the wicked brother was
Unkind
to who?
to commoners.
Commoners. Sure, to commoners. That's fine, yeah. Commoners. I like that. I like that word. Section. Can you tell us the moral of the story? They had said it earlier at the end. What was the story about? Like the moral of it?
About being kind.
About being kind, okay. And what is the way they were being kind in the story?
By being nice to others.
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna write down the moral of the story since. The moral of the story. Go ahead, and I want you to write what the moral of the story is. All right, awesome. Okay, so you can go ahead and flip this right back around. Okay, so that was a story about Robin Hood. Now we're going to be talking about, we're going to watch Robinita Hood. This is the happily ever after story. Okay?
Fairy tales for every child.
Yes, fairy tales for every child. Awesome. Okay, so now that we've done, so what are some differences? Let's talk about some differences that was in Robin Hood and Robinita Hood. So what's some differences that you've seen? You can just talk to me about it.
Robin.
Well, just off if you can remember it.
So
you can just give me one difference for each one.
Robin Hood lived in
Nottingham, which is in England. Okay, so give me one difference with Robinita Hood. Where did she live? We would just make it simple. Where did she live at?
She lived in the wild.
She lived in the wild, and I didn't really specify where she lived exactly. So maybe her accent, like what What did she sound like? Like, where does it sound like she would have lived? Just based on, go ahead. What was her accent? Like, what was she speaking?
It sounded like...
Because it sounded like she was speaking English, and what other language was she speaking?
Maybe like Spanish?
Right, so she was speaking both English and Spanish, which makes her bilingual. Okay, so she was probably living somewhere where people spoke Spanish. Okay, so that could be South America. That can, more than likely.
To be in Pennsylvania?
I'm sure definitely there's bilingual people here in Pennsylvania, absolutely. But it seemed like they were in a different place, like where there's a lot of people that spoke Spanish there. Okay? All right, so now that we wrote down the differences, now let's write down what were some similarities. Can you give me a similarity between Robinita and Robin Hood?
They both help the poor.
They both help the poor. Okay, go ahead and write that down. Okay, and so what was another similarity between Robinita and Robin Hood?
They both had a wicked character.
They both had a wicked character. Okay, in the story. Nice. Okay. And before we continue, can you put the little bulletins for me?
Bulletins?
The dots. No, right here in the middle. Okay, and give me another similarity between the two.
They both had a competition that they had to compete.
They both had a competition, and do you want to specify, did they have the same type of competition?
Yeah.
What type of competition did they both have?
Like arrow shooting.
Bow and arrow. Okay, that's called archery, but you can definitely put bow and arrow. So go ahead and write that down.
Okay. So
write it in your own words, whatever flows best for you. Okay. You don't have to use my word. Use your words. Here, oh, okay. And can you think of one more similarity between the two? They're both in disguise? Okay.
Okay.
Awesome. Okay, so it seems like you really completed this Venn diagram. You have a lot of examples on both ends. You did a great job comparing and contrasting the two. Okay? So, now what I want you to do is I want you to write an opinion piece. Okay, you're going to do an opinion writing. All right, let me just put it on the camera really quick, just so it can be seen. Okay, there you go. Okay, so I want you to write a paper about which version of Hood did you enjoy the most. Okay, and you're going to give me three reasons why, and you're going to use details from the story to explain your reasoning why. Okay?
Is that what this is?
Well, we're going to talk about that in a moment, okay? And then I forgot to write down the extra bonus one. Let me see. Where did I write that at? Okay. So, like I said, you're going to talk about which version of Hood you enjoyed the most, okay? And you're going to give us 3 details of why you enjoyed that version the most, okay? And so you're going to have your topic sentence.
What's a topic sentence?
Well, this is where we come in with the main idea. It's another word for saying main idea. So that your topic sentence is going to be, remember we did, let me see if I can find it. Remember we did the sandwich? Let me see if I can find the sandwich that we did. I know. Lots of papers. Okay. So remember our sandwich here? Okay. So I actually kind of made my own little sandwich here. It's not the best looking sandwich, but we're going to use it, okay? So our sandwich is going to be the topic sentence. So in order for us to have a good writing piece, we need our topic sentence. So, okay, and that's like our main idea, okay? And that's going to be your top bun. Your top bun's going to be the topic sentence. That's going to be what your topic is about, basically what you're talking about. Okay? And that's going to include what? Give me an example of a topic sentence. What do you think? Based off of what the question is. Think of it as your main idea. This is what the main thing's about. This is your main idea. But it's a sentence.
So then we did my own?
Yeah, you're going to make up your own. We're going to go through it together. Okay? I mean, did you pick which one? Did you pick which one you liked the most?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so give me a topic sentence then.
About Robinta helping the village.
Okay, so Robinta Hood helping the village. Okay, give me, you're getting there. I need a sentence though. Okay, I need a sentence that's going to, whenever you think of the topic sentence, that's going to introduce the reader to what you're talking about. Okay, so I need a full, complete sentence, a detailed sentence, especially I'm talking about which version of the story did you enjoy the most. Okay, and then your whys are going to be detail number 1, detail number 2, and detail number 3. Okay, but the topic sentence should include what the question is about. Which version of Hood did you enjoy the most? Okay, so give me a topic sentence going into the question.
So you mean asking why I like whatever Hood I like?
That's going to be your details. These are going to be, this is why number 1, this is why number 2, this is why number 3. But we don't know what we're talking, we just have why. Okay, the topic sentence is going to tell us what we're talking about. Okay, so your topic sentence, just say, if I said, I was going to talk about, all right, I need something. Something quick. Do I like pens or pencils? Okay, I have to introduce the reader on why I like, the topic sentence, like pens, and then I would have a sentence talking about that to bring the reader in. Okay, because the reader doesn't know, do I like pens, do I like pencils? Okay, so that topic sentence is going to let the reader know that I prefer pens, but I need a topic sentence that tells me that. Okay, so I'm going to need you to try to do the same thing with this Hood that you like the most. So give me a sentence just to introduce. It's just an introduction.
Robinta Hood helps the Woods by winning the bow and arrow competition.
Okay, and that can be your why. Okay, so we know who is the topic about? Who is the topic about?
I like Robinta Hood.
Okay, I mean that's what your topic is about, right? So I'll write that. I like Robinta Hood. Okay. So that's kind of what your topic sentence needs to include. It needs to show which version of Hood you like the most. Okay. And you put I like Robinta Hood. That's what the topic sentence should be kind of like. But now we want to make it sound a little bit better. Okay, so what's a better way you can write, instead of writing I like Robinta Hood, what's something else you could write? So because we know the topic is about Robinta Hood, what is another way you can write this where it doesn't start with I? Just trying to. So we have our noun, Robinta, and so what about Robinta? And this goes like Robinta. What about her? Or not whys. Okay, not why you like her. We want to. This is a perfect sentence. It should sound something like this. I'm just trying to help you adjust it a little bit so it can sound better. Sound more of a complete sentence. You understand? Okay. And you can use some keywords up here question to help make your topic sentence sound a little bit more stronger.
I enjoyed Robinita Hood.
Okay, I enjoyed Robinita Hood. That's better. Okay, so now we're taking just like, and now we're using enjoyed. That's a better word. Okay, and so I guess I could let me see. I enjoyed Robinita Hood. Want to add more to that? We want a nice complete sentence. Okay. That sounds great though. That sounds great. I don't want to take away from that, but I'm just trying to help you expand even further. Okay. Now let's try to figure out what is Robinita Hood.
She's a girl.
Okay, she's a girl, but what is this? What is this?
TV.
More like what like is this?
It's a fairy tale.
It's a fairy tale. Okay, those are some words we want to include. Okay, so we have fairy tale that can help. Fairy tale. Okay. So we can use fairy tale. What's another word for enjoyed? I can give you some, maybe favorite, right? Okay, but you can still use enjoyed. Okay, you enjoyed, favorite, fairy tale. Okay, these are all broader. It's going to make your sentence sound really strong, so you don't have like a weak, flimsy bun at the top. We want a nice, hearty piece of bread, I guess you can say, for our topic sandwich, or our sentence sandwich. Okay,
a vegan sandwich.
Our vegan sandwich, right? Okay, so let's see all right, so using these different words that we've incorporated in it, give me a stronger topic sentence. Let's see what we can do. And it might be better to start off with Robinita Hood.
Robinita Hood is my favorite fairy tale story.
There we go. Okay. Robinita Hood is my favorite fairy tale story. Great topic sentence. It's nice and strong. The reader is going to be like they didn't know what they were going to read about, but now they know that they're going to read about Robinita being your favorite fairy tale story. Some people didn't even know who Robinita Hood was, but because you made the sentence stronger by saying that it's a fairy tale, now they know it's a fairy tale story, right? So great job. High five. And some other ways you can do it. Robinita Hood was a fairy tale story that I enjoyed the most. Okay? I wouldn't use it because, we already have one, but that's just another way. Robinita Hood was a fairy tale story I enjoyed the most. I know I'm running out of things. Okay. All right, but that's what makes your topic sentence bun nice and strong. It's not some weak, flimsy piece of bread that's just like, now it's, you went from, I like Robinita, which is good. That was a great topic. That was a good topic sentence. We want to make it a stronger bun. Okay, so Robinita Hood is my favorite fairy tale story. Okay, so now you're going to include 3 details why Robinita Hood is your favorite fairy tale story. Okay, and then you're going to end with your conclusion, which is just it's an ending sentence. Okay, So what's one way you can do to end the sentence or end the paper? What's a sentence you can use?
Robinta Hood saved the day.
That would be that could be in your why. Your conclusion should sound pretty similar to your topic sentence, but not the same. Okay, but let me see. You said Robinta Hood saved the day. We can actually write that. Robinta Hood saved the day. We can add more to that. And whatever this is, you want to kind of tie it back to the question. You want to tie it back to the topic sentence. So what can you say? So Robinta Hood saved the day. And
and that's why I enjoyed her.
Great conclusion. Okay? So, sometimes you can just be like, that is why Robinta Hood is my favorite fairy tale story. Okay? But I like yours way better. Robinta Hood saved the day, and that's why I enjoyed her. Okay? So, or Robinta Hood saved the day, that's why, that sounds really good. Okay? So now you're going to use your 3 details using your Venn diagram of why. So we have detail number 1, why, detail number 2, why, and detail number 3, why.
Why I liked her?
Why you liked her. Because that's what your topic sentence is about, and that's what your conclusion sentence is about. So we have strong bread here, strong buns. Okay? So now we need our lettuce, we need our...
we need our tomato.
Our tomato, and we need our veggie burger. That's homemade, not store-bought. Okay?
Yeah, vegan burger.
Our vegan burger, okay? Homemade vegan burger, right. Okay? So you're gonna use the details in the story to tell why. And I need complete sentences with those as well. Okay? And those are gonna be pretty easy. And then after you do that, you are going to you're gonna write it in your journal. Okay? And then, just a bonus thing, I also want you to write, what is an act that you can do that would show kindness, especially to the poor? What is an act you can do? So just something you can think about in the back of your head, okay? But first, I want you to focus on your whys, okay? I want you to fill this out for me, and then we'll talk more about it, okay? Okay. You can go ahead and do that now. You can put that away, yeah? You want to fill in your sandwich.
Oh.
And like I said, you can use your Venn diagram. This is why the Venn diagram is here. So you don't have to, you can remember what's in the story based off the notes you took. Okay? And I'm actually going to stop the live so that you can go ahead and take the time. And then after you get all the way done, then we will talk about it, okay? All right. Okay, so now we are going to do the writing presentation of what you just did, okay? Now, I just let you do that independently, so I don't know everything that you're going to write, especially the details and the bonus question that I asked. But I want you to present it to me, okay? So we're going to start off with, the first question, which is, which version of Hood did you enjoy the most? Provide 3 examples or details from the story explaining why. Okay, so I want you to read to me what you put on the paper.
Okay.
Okay?
Robinta Hood is my favorite fairy tale story. I like that she could speak English and Spanish. I like that she was kind to the poor. I like that she saved the village. Robinita Hood saved the day. Robinita Hood saved the day, and that's why I enjoyed her.
Great job. Great job. Okay, so now with the second question is, what is an act that you can do that would show kindness or selflessness to others? So what did you put?
Growing my own fruits and vegetables and give it to the poor.
Great, growing your own fruits and vegetables and giving it to the poor. That sounds great. That's awesome. Well, great job. I loved your writing, and here I'm going to actually put it on camera so we can see your sentences and how it looks. Don't forget to put today's date, okay? Great job. Okay, so I just wanted to document this since I was putting this out on the page, on the line, just putting out the lives. Just the follow-up portion of the opinion writing. Because she had done so well, and I didn't want to overburden her yesterday with too many things, I did want to, I already did, but I just didn't want to, record our conversation. But I did go over, specifying the differences of Robinita Hood versus Robin Hood. And I know within her writing, she had one difference, which was the Spanish English bilingual aspect of Robinita Hood. And I didn't want to take away from the other 2 points that she made because she did such a great job writing it. And, just my parenting style, we as children were raised, sometimes we get, there's a lot put on us, there's a lot of expectations and things like that. And, we're rarely, praised for the work that we do. So I wanted to make sure that, as a parent, as a mother, that I was still, honoring her and still, giving her those praises, on the work that she was doing. But there was also a follow-up today, after everything had settled. And I told her about focusing on the different aspects. And so I asked her again, what were some differences between Robinita Hood and Robin Hood? And she couldn't really remember, which is fine, So I brought in 2 different aspects. I told her, of course, one of those were the Spanish, English, the bilingual portion, or bilingual aspect of Robinita Hood. And then another aspect was, the fact that she had the chicas, her girl group, the married chicas, and versus Little John. She had a group of girls, a group of women that were able to assist her throughout the entire time. Even though Little John did the same thing, I wanted her to see that the aspect of, just womanhood, women coming together and really helping each other. So I wanted to point that out as well. And then I also pointed out another difference was their ability to have a secret language, how they were doing the bird calling and things like that to, relay messages to each other, just finding unique aspects to communicate, within the sisterhood, within the woman. This is basically the sisterhood that they had formed. So those were just some different aspects. It was a very brief talk, but I wanted her to be able to focus, like, just not really focus, but just to really, notice those very detailed differences between Robinita and Robin Hood, so that the next time we do an opinion writing or we're doing a compare and contrast Venn diagram, she'll be able to notice those things a little bit more efficiently, a little bit better. So I just figured I'd go on live, like I said, just because I did have it all out in the live, just showing the follow-up aspect of what we did.